Last year at the off-road games, we had YouTubers that are off-roaders meet up with YouTubers, or partner up, I guess, with YouTubers that are not off-roaders, and then we put them through we started on the 777's trail and ended up on Double Sammy. It was awesome. Last year, Marvin from Flex Rocks and Rollovers borrowed my Tangerine. He was partnered with Devin from Legal Eagle, and they piloted this pile of junk to first place. I believe that's what they got.
They did.
They won the event. There was a couple of reasons this was a crowd favorite. One of them was they could watch Devin struggle to pilot this pile up through the trail, and it was really entertaining to watch. I really like the fact that he was right out in the open. Whether he was doing it right or making mistakes, it was on display for the audience and for the cameras. So that got me thinking, why don't we just do that this year? This year's challenge has a couple of basic rules. One, the top has to be cut off and a roll cage has to be installed. Number two, it's a $5,000 budget. 33-inch tires, and they must be coil sprung, no leaf springs. And the reason for that is we're running them through the trail twice. Once without shocks, once with shocks. We want to see if there's a difference and be entertained by the antics of these vehicles with no shocks. See, this one has shocks. So what my plan is, I've got to build 3 of these because we're also going to be doing a special event with 2 of them. So what I've got to do is I've got to put coil springs on the back of that one, and then we've got to get the roll cage and everything on this one. And we got to get another one of these and build it up too. So just like last year, we're going to be pairing off-road YouTubers with non-off-road YouTubers, and we're going to be putting them in these rigs. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be a lot of fun. Also, we're going to have a trail course for the off-road wreckers. Now, right now, it's an open invite to bring your off-road wrecker. If we get too many participants, we might have to do some sort of a qualifying event because we can't run 200 wreckers through the trail. It's just not going to happen. A few weeks ago, we went and plotted out the new trail. This year, we're going to be doing a version of Nasty Half and Milt's Mile. So we're not going to be doing the 777s. This one's actually going to be closer to the event, and the trail is going to be much more extreme. Way more extreme. I'm guaranteeing rollovers on this trail. I'm guaranteeing it. We're going to show you that trail right now. All right, so this right here is right out of the tunnel. So when you come through the tunnel, you are basically on the very beginning of a trail they call Nasty Half. And it's called Nasty Half for a reason. I don't have any rig that'll go all the way through Nasty Half, and I don't know very many rigs that will. The conditions have to be right, but it gets really nasty. And it's half a mile long, so they call it Nasty Half. But this is what we're going to start out. We're going to stay in here as long as we can. And remember, we're going to be running jalopies. This is going to be a jalopy trail.
When I heard this was the trail you picked for the off-road games, I panicked.
Oh, everybody's been giving me pushback for this. They're like, you're not really doing Nasty Half. I'm like, no, of course we're not doing Nasty Half. We're just doing as much of it as we can.
It's still kind of hard.
So, Jamie, I told him that there was a guaranteed a rollover at this year's events.
I don't doubt you.
We're going to see that here.
After we did this trail, I have no doubts.
So, what's going to happen is we're going to kind of, it's all, there's a lot of different things we can do here. Sand Hollow doesn't have trails. It's a free riding area, so you can actually ride anywhere you want to. So the trails are kind of ambiguous because of that. Yeah, that's going to be good. But here's the deal. We're starting out on Nasty Half, and we are then kind of going on to Nasty Half Light, and then back into Nasty Half, and then back out onto Nasty Half Light, or maybe Milt's Mile Light. I don't know. And then we're dropping into Milt's Mile. We're going to do the 3 monkeys, and then we're out of there, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And the hill to get out is no joke. It's hard to get out the hill.
I think we'll see that on here. But it's going to be a lot shorter. When I say a lot shorter, it's going to be an easier hike, easier to track, but it's going to be a little bit more extreme. Everything is more extreme. And then this is also where we're going to be running the wreckers too. So we'll be having the competition with the jalopies, and then we're going to put the off-road wreckers in here. And you're going to have to bring an A-game off-road wrecker. This isn't going to be just like a lifted 4-wheel drive with a wrecker body on it. This is going to be like off-road buggy stuff. If you don't know what I'm talking about, check out Rory's Trailmator or my World's Largest Off-Road Wrecker. You're gonna want something kind of like that to do this trail.
Got it. Turn the other way now.
Is that invitation only for wreckers, or
No, we're doing open invitation, but everybody's gonna have to realize that we're gonna have a gatekeeper obstacle. If you can't do it, then you're not gonna be able to take your wrecker on the trail. I think the gatekeeper obstacle is basically the first obstacle on Nasty Half. If you can't get your wrecker up that, there's no sense in going. It gets harder and harder and harder until it gets to a guaranteed rollover point. I don't know how we're going to get the wreckers through there. I don't want to roll the wreckers.
No. You might have to skip that part.
Huh.
I think that some of them might be too wide for that part. It was a pretty narrow spot.
This isn't going to be an easy trail.
But the views are amazing.
It is a beautiful
Anywhere
trail.
you stand, you're going to be able to see. And we still will have the shuttles.
Yeah.
So it can help get you to
It's going to be a
and
lot
from.
easier to get to this. This is going to be within walking distance for most people. And if you want to take a shuttle, the shuttles will be far less crowded.
Okay, let it go. Okay, stop.
It took a while to get her up this obstacle, do you remember?
Yeah.
Back it up.
It's one where the back wheels and the front wheels were all climbing out of holes at the same time.
Okay, come here, buddy.
So the first few obstacles of this trail are actually quite difficult. They're going to be great for spectators. And then here is where we have to drive out the first time because we can't keep going up Nasty Half. You're going to need a moon buggy rear steer, like a kind of a narrow comp buggy to get all the way through. And you're going to have to be like an A+ level driver too. I bet you there's only been, I don't know. I hate to guess, but there's only been a handful of rigs complete Nasty Half. So we do have to get out of it.
Hey,
or else.
he just called me an A+ driver because I'm driving the MORR right now.
Oh, I'm talking about going all the way through.
Hey!
All the way through it. So this is the part where we climb out of Nasty Half and we go up onto what we would consider Nasty Half light. And it's harrowing. This is going to be a real competition. The stakes are going to be higher this year. The double triple Sammy trail that we do is actually, you know, like it's a difficult trail with plenty of obstacles, but the stakes aren't very high on it. This one, the stakes are going to be a little bit higher, and we're going to have to work with everybody on crowd control because we don't want people down below these rigs if they were to tumble down. Oh man, this is going to be so hard for those rigs. Man, that looks so flat, and I know it's not. That's going to be a good one. This is going to be a good one. I think we were GPS mapping this too, so we'll have an actual map of this. All right, this is where we drop back in to the top of Nasty Half, the top half of Nasty Half. You're not seeing this right here,
This
but
is the rollover spot.
this is a guaranteed rollover if you don't do it right. This isn't one where, oh, if you mess up, you might roll over. This one is, if you don't do it right, you will roll over. And I'm trusting Caitlin right now. I'm letting her drive the rig. I am spotting her, but I'm not telling her throttle inputs. She knows when it starts to roll over, she's just going to have to gas it. That is not a good position to be in right there. I'm so nervous about this spot. I need to take the world's largest wrecker up there and see if it will do this.
You could just have them winch up like a winch point that they have to tie off to.
Hey, okay, right here, look at this. This is the spot right here.
Everything your front went sure your back's gonna go through.
Caitlin
now.
did it perfectly.
Just roll it nice and slow. That back wheel's got a heck of a hole to go in. Slower. Slow. You're fine. It just looks terrible. Keep your arms inside.
Oh,
There you go. You have to do it perfect. Good job, Caitlin. All right. When I say there's a guaranteed rollover, that's the spot I'm thinking of right there. And we'll just leave them where they lie till all the participants are passed.
they pile on top of each other.
All right, so now we're looking for a way out here. So this is the last out, not up there. We're going straight up the canyon wall. And I honestly thought that the banana would climb out of here, but it wouldn't. So this is probably, we're gonna have a dedicated winch point on the top of this, because I think this is going to be a, I think everybody's gonna have to winch here. If the banana had to winch here, I think everybody's gonna have to winch
Yeah.
here.
You're just holding it. Do you realize you didn't even you didn't even hook it up to anything? You just held the rope.
I did. I hooked to that rock over there. All right, so this is the point where we are back up on the light section of either Milt Smile or Nasty Half. I'm not 100% sure. Like I said, it's a little bit of ambiguity here. But we're going to stay on the top of here for a minute, and then we're going to drop back into the official Milt Smile Trail. Oh, that's cool. Look at that. All right, so this is where we've dropped back into Milt Smile, and this is the obstacle. This is the first monkey on the 3 monkeys. And this is going to be the route going out, is this first monkey.
You're not going to let him choose?
The middle monkey's not possible, and then the third monkey's not very fun.
Yeah.
We've got to have a trail route.
I also got left here by myself to guide myself up it.
You did great. Look at the MORR go. All right, so now from this point, you can see the banana there. It's just going to climb out. Now the trail portion is over, and all we've got to do is climb up to the sand dunes, and that's going to be a challenge in and of itself, but that's, there it goes. Look at that. So this will be the end of the trail, and then we will drive back down on the sand.
That's hard to climb out.
Yeah.
I tried like 3 times.
That's a tough hill climb there. Okay, and this will give you a kind of a point of view how far away we're going to be from the lake. This is a lot closer. So there it is. We are really looking forward to the Off-Road Games 2024, and we can't wait to meet as many of you as we can. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. The rigs, I'm really excited about the competition, and the trail, it's going to be treacherous. I told you, it's a tough trail. It's going to be something else. And we do know the dates. It's March 20th through the 22nd. So make sure to put it on your calendar. You're going to want to get your rooms early. You're going to want to get your tickets early. We will let you know the second those tickets come on sale. Anything that we're doing, we will let you know right here on the YouTube channel. If anybody messages you saying that they are Matt's Off-Road Recovery and you won something, that's a scammer. So we will always give you all the information right here on this YouTube channel, the Matt's Off-Road Recovery YouTube channel. But if you want to get all the information first, you can download the MORR app and interact with us on live streams, answer questions, all that stuff. Thanks for the support.
Thanks for watching.
I've learned some stuff. Good. This one's gonna work. Oh man, look at that.
This angle, I just gotta make less deep
Oh,
next time.
yeah, that's okay. Well,
And then this I can just weld up.
cut this slightly deeper with your grinder, and because we need to go down a little bit, and it's hitting right there, and that'll get everything a little bit closer. But we'll have to put some filler metal in there, not a big deal.